Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. Yeah, today we're just going to talk about power, or should I say the lack thereof. You know, ever since we bought Dora, that was back down in February from Webb's Motorhomes, the leisure battery has never really worked very well. You know, it's a 110 amp hour battery, and being a lead acid battery, you know, it was flat when it was on the forecourt. It was needed to be charged. Even the cab battery itself needed to be charged even before the engine would start. So everybody knows, I think, with lead acid batteries, if you let it go down flat and you let it go down 50%, more than 50% of its capacity, it starts to get knackered quite quickly. Just an example. I mean, I could run the fridge probably for about an hour. And then I'm getting warning lights on the system saying leisure battery low, leisure battery low. Even if I'm not running the fridge, if I'm literally just parked up, if I put the iPad on charge overnight, next morning, leisure battery is low. You know, for a van this size, probably 110 amp hours is probably not enough. But yeah, let's take you around what relies on power in the van. You'll be quite surprised. It's pretty much flipping everything. So yeah, let's go and take a look around. Well, I've just parked up at Greenham Common, which is probably about a 10-minute drive from where I am. And I've quite literally just popped the fridge on, popped the lights on, and just show you where we are with the power. Now, I drove here, so it would have picked up some charge from the sort of battery-to-battery charger, but I'm already sitting at 11.2 volts. And bearing in mind 11.1 volts, 11.3 volts. You know, and the fridge is pretty much turning off. And when you see the lights flickering like that, I don't know if you can see it very well. Let's just see what it says on the power. 11.2 volts. Now, I don't know if you can see it, so let's check the bathroom. You normally can tell quite easily from in here. Light goes on. And that's probably going to stay on for about 10 minutes, and then it'll start blinking and saying that it's low power. Now, just give you guys an idea, you can't do anything in the shower room without any power. So A, you don't have lights. B, you don't have any mechanism to turn the water on, because that's driven by electric. I don't know if you can see the light flickering already. Yep, I think the light's flickering already. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up very well. But yeah, you can't even flush the loo. You know, the toilet's got an electric flusher. So you go use the loo, and normally you've got that pink fluid that you flush around. The sink, again, same type of principle, where you can't... I've got some soap in here. The sink, you can't even use the tap and the water, because there's no power for the pump. You can't use the lights, the external or internal lights. USBs, everything, guys, honestly runs on power. Now, I've got the lights on at the moment just to show you the extent of it, and I've only been parked up for about 10 minutes. Now, last week I was in electric hookup pretty much the whole weekend. So I was filming another video about me cooking in the van and making that salmon and cream cheese dish. If you haven't seen that one, go and have a look. I'll link it up here somewhere, and you guys can take a look. Absolutely amazing dish. But everywhere I go, I've got to connect onto electric hookup. And you're being a camper van, you want to take it off grid a bit. You know, I've got a solar panel on the van, which does seem to work. So I mean, when it's nice and sunny in the mornings, I'm getting a bit of charge into the battery, which is great, but it's not enough. The battery's just not holding the power. So yeah, I think it's time for a change. You know, it's time to possibly go and plug in a lithium-ion battery. So that's what tomorrow's going to be about. So yeah, let me just show you where the battery is and where it's going to go. But I think stick around for the next video. We're having the battery changed. We are taking out the lead acid battery, and we're going to put in a lithium iron phosphate battery. So now that's quite a big change. You can't just go and plug one battery out and plug lithium in. There's all other componentries that need to change on it. So yeah, I'll show you what we've got currently, and I'll show you what's going to be changed as well. So yeah, let's start with the battery. Well, there you go, guys. Before I even mentioned it, it's got to the point where it's already telling me that the leisure battery voltage is low. You know, as such, it goes into a bit of a protection mode, and obviously to protect the bits and pieces around the van, it turns everything off. So even things like access to the heater, hot water, it pretty much turns everything off, because if there's no power to drive it, you know, it's just not going to work. So now we are sitting quite literally at, any day now, yeah, 9.7 volts. So this battery is absolutely cream crackered. You know, time for a new one. After 6 months, you would expect it to last a bit longer. Let's pop to the back of the van. You can probably see it a bit easier this way. So let's open up the back doors, as it were. And got the battery compartment open. So let's get this warning rod out the way. Don't sit on that. Oh yeah, so this is what we have. Let's get some light on the matter. A small torch. Right, so there we have it. We've got the leisure battery stuck at the back of the van, and we have got at the moment we've got a battery-to-battery charger. So I don't know, this is not looking so great. You know, yeah, it's not a massive battery, to be fair. You know, it's they say platinum leisure plus batteries. I don't know what they're like if you buy them brand new, but if you do get a van, and this applies to any van, a van of this size, 110 amp hour battery should, in theory, be okay from what we're running. We're literally running LED lights, running a fridge, running a pump. You know, the rest of it should be absolutely fine. But I would definitely put a slightly bigger battery in. Yeah, there's the charger, the boiler, electric sockets, etc. You've got a whole bunch of fuses to see, you know, where the items are installed, and if something stops working, is your fuse box. I mean, it's very nicely done. It's very cleverly done, very neatly done. Just that, guys, if you go and get a new van, just insist they replace the battery as part of your deal. You know, it's something I didn't do. They were kind enough to check the battery, but apparently it all came back with no issues at all. But it's never really worked very well. You know, fortunately, if I'm changing over to lithium, what we've got in here is the battery-to-battery charger, which is the WA booster. This is all in German. But it does have a switch in here to switch it from lead acid, which is the AGM, and then to lithium. So we can repurpose this piece of kit. What's going to be added to is obviously from a solar controller needs to be added in, because our solar controller is really a tiny one, and it feeds this battery and the cab battery. So a new solar controller needs to go in for lithium, and yeah, then that should hopefully be okay. So the battery I've gone for, and I'll show you in a sec. Let's just close this up so we don't need to see much more in there. Get that locked. The battery that we've gone for is the Fogstar Drift series of batteries. Now this is a 280 amp hour battery, so it's quite literally 3 times the size of the one that comes with the van. I've got a bit of backlight there. There you go, see you better. Yeah, it's 280 amp hour batteries. It's quite a nice battery because it's got a little built-in heater into the battery itself, so it will sort of maintain optimal temperature when sort of battery is being charged and discharged, because lithium does need to have a sort of stable temperature in order to work effectively. But yeah, that's the battery. So let's quickly unbox it and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so let's get this opened. Let's get some of this polystyrene out, and it's not the lightest of batteries, so it's handy as it comes with these handy handles. Fortunately, the side. Let's plonk that down there. Right, let's Get rid of the box. Box can come out here for now. Right, let's give you guys another look. Well, there's the battery unboxed, guys. So what's nice about this, and most important for me, is it comes with a 10-year manufacturer warranty. You know, obviously there's a lot of trust in their own kit to put that sort of lifetime warranty on it. Well, 10-year warranty on it. It comes with some Bluetooth capabilities. You can see the charges of the battery itself, how much power is left in it, how many cycles it's had, etc. Oh, I'm out of breath. Heavy battery. Like I said, it's got its own sort of heating system, and it's got a battery management system in it as well. So yeah, 280 amp hours. That's going to go into this locker here, and hopefully they can make it fit. It's slightly taller than the other battery. It's about the same length. It's slightly taller, and I think ever so slightly deeper. So yeah, we'll see what they can do tomorrow during the installation. Yeah. You know, the guy that actually is doing the install, funny enough, is the same guy that built Ivan. You know, for those of you who don't know who Ivan is the transporter, VW transporter van we had when we first started this channel. And my very first video of doing a van tour of that van, you can see that it had the Coastline branding, and everything was done by Southern Motorhome Company. So the guys have been really good. This is not a sponsored video, not by any chance. The channel's not that big yet. So yeah, so bought the Fogstar Drift, and yeah, let's see if the guys can actually do us a good deal by doing the installation. So what's going to go in, it's going to have some Victron kit going in. It's not going to be over the top. From a price perspective, you know, we're doing a bit on the budget. Yeah, because it's nearly Christmas, and we don't want to be spending Christmas money right now, unless this is a present for Mike. Yeah. Well, there we go, guys. Just a quick video just to show you what's happening. This installation should be happening tomorrow, and yeah, it shouldn't take more than about a day. And they're going to take the old one out, put the new kit in, and hopefully that'll be the end of our power problems. You know, this battery's good for 10 years, or 8,000 cycles, up to 80%. And let's see if it makes a difference. You know, let's see if we can actually go off-grid for a bit, rather than always having to plug the van into a campsite, you know, or power source somewhere along the line. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks again for coming along. If you've liked this content, please just give us a thumbs up in the section below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.